What's up, YouTube? I'm Kenny and thank you for watching my channel. So first off, I want to say I know it's been forever, took a break and life happened, been busy. Anyways, I'm sorry for that, but try to start posting more, that way help other people out. So on that note, yesterday I had a family member hit me up and said, sorry about the wind, said she had her rear wheel locked up and wanted me to check it out. So I brought her car over here to the house, which is a 2014 Chevy Cruse, and the rear wheel locked up. So I ended up, she just lived like right next door, I ended up driving it down the alley and drug the wheel all the way here. And I didn't think to film yesterday when I tore it apart, but yeah, it's drum brakes, which is weird for this new of a model. Anyways, it was locked up, so took the wheel off. I ended up tapping the drum with a hammer and it freed up, and I pulled the drum off, and then the brake shoes are pretty rough looking. I mean, they're good, but they were like rusted to the drum. If you can see here, you see like how it's a little bit, it ain't pitted, it's just rusted, but they were stuck. So anyways, and then I decided to check the cylinder to see if it was locking up, which I ended up squeezing it by hand, so it wasn't locked up. I'm guessing it's just they were rusted and stuck to it then. But one way to tell if your cylinder's locked up or if you have a hose collapse is if you can't press it in. This goes for calipers too. If you can't press them in, you can loosen the bleeding screw, and then if it'll squeeze in, and then it would be the hose that is collapsed and keeping the fluid from going out. But if it doesn't squeeze in, then it's locked up. But anyways, it ended up being good, but it was leaking. I don't know if you can still see, I kind of cleaned it up some, but it was leaking. But it works. But so I went ahead and told her to replace that since it was leaking, and so I went and got actually I ordered this off Amazon because the parts store wanted like 47 bucks, 48 bucks for it, but they didn't have them in stock, so I ordered it off Amazon, and it was only like $16 and some change. And I was going to order the brake shoes, but it was like 2 or 3 day wait for shipping and stuff like that, so I just went and picked them up at AutoZone. And tell you what, they were damn 50 bucks for the shoes, so a lot more than what they used to be. This is what we got. It comes with the emergency brake cables, levers. Usually you have to put those on yourself, but and then here's the cylinder. So today in this video, I'm going to change the cylinder and then put new shoes on it, put the drum back on, and then I'm going to do the other side, replace the shoes on that side. I'll have to bleed it, and then we'll be done. So start off with removing the cylinder. If you need to know how to remove the drum and the brakes and everything, I'll show it on the other side. But starting out with the cylinder, it should be 2 bolts on the back and the line. Now usually the line's rusted, which this one's pretty clean, but usually they rust and the whole line tries to twist instead of just a fitting. And usually what I do when that happens is just take the bolts out and then I turn the whole cylinder instead of twisting the line, or replace the line, but I don't want to do that, so let's see what happens. Alright, that's one. Two. So guys, it was a 13 millimeter for the line and a 10 millimeter and 2 bolts for the cylinder. I had to tap her off. It was corroded in there. Used the hammer and tapped it. So I'm gonna clean all this up a little bit and then bolt the new one in. Alright guys, so there you seen it. I got it bolted on. Had a little trouble getting the line started. Of course you gotta kind of bend them, maneuver them, make sure it's in straight. So now I'm gonna throw the shoes on it, show you how to do that. Put all the springs back, put the drum on it, adjust it. And then I'm gonna hook to the other side. I'll show you how to take that side apart, that way you know how to do it. And then it'll be a wrap. So here we go, so throw the shoes on it. Alright guys, so first off, make sure you have the right shoes, that they're the same and the right orientation. I like to start with the one with the emergency brake lever. Usually you gotta clip your old lever onto the new one, but this one came with one. So what I do is it has a little hook and it goes to the end of that cable, just hooks on it like that. And then hold that up, and then you have a little stud that goes through the backing plate. And it goes through the center of the shoe here. Here, let me move you so you can see that. So you just kind of make sure that's hooked, hold this up in place. And then you see the stud right here. And then you have a spring, which usually has the cap on it, but these are separate. And it's slotted. You push it on and then turn it and it'll lock in place. They make tools for this, but I don't have any, so I have to use a pair of pliers. So, kind of like that. Hold it together. It's not really. Here, let's try it this way. It doesn't really hold both of them because they're not together. Alright guys, so I'll be honest, that ended up being a pain in the ass. But I got them on. Then you want to make sure you got the bottoms down here lined up. There's a little plate that they sit behind. Then you want to make sure these ears are lined up with the cylinder, which this one could probably move a smidge. Anyways, you want to get it as close as straight as possible. And then once you get that, you have a bottom spring. It goes from down here, from like that. And then your adjuster goes in this way. The adjuster part goes to the opposite of your e-brake. See there, and then there'll be a clip that goes on this, hooks on it like that, and it holds on the teeth there. That way it locks it in and adjusts. And then after that, there'll be a spring. I'll go in this hole over here and it stretches over there and hooks to that little plate that I was just showing you. So, alright guys, so I got the bottom spring on. That ended up being a little pain in the butt because it has this little bracket here that goes behind. And then I put the adjuster in, adjuster towards the clip, the non-clip adjuster side towards the e-brake. Then I put this little metal clip on here, which it goes in there. Gotta feed the spring through there and stretch it over here, and you hook it onto the clip. See, and it keeps pressure on the adjuster. So now we test fit the drum on, and you want it to fit real snug and where it'll barely turn. That's how you want to set it. Now that's just right. This thing still has the bolt in the drum. A lot of people take these out because they seize up in there and they're really hard to get out. But it was in here, so I'm putting it back. And that's a torque bit. So now it needs bled. Press the brake and hold it.
Ready?
Yep. Hold it. Now pump it.
I can't.
Hold it.
Wait for the phone.
Alright guys, so that's how you beat it off. Usually I tap around a couple of times to free this up, the bearing, which by the way is a good bearing, ain't loose or wobbly. Then you tap on one side and it pushes it this way, and you pull out on the opposite side. And I just keep spinning it and going around, and then eventually it comes off. So now it's basically you remove everything and remember how it goes so you can put it back that way. Alright guys, so got it all back together. Got the cylinder on, the shoes on, drums on. Went ahead and did the shoes on the other side. Then I got my trusty helper, bled this one. Now the wheels are back on it, it's on the ground. I checked the fluid, it's still good. So I'm gonna take it around the block, make sure the brakes are good. And on that note, so if you like this video, make sure you smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, please. I know it's been a long time and I apologize, just been a lot going on. Took some time off, been busy, you know, family, life happens. Bigfoot found out he had cancer, so he had to do some surgeries and stuff like that. But now I'm gonna try to start posting it again. It might just be little stuff. Also, I'm thinking about doing like tool reviews too, so stay tuned. I might start a little series on tool review. But anyways, if you like the video, smash the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.